Hello and welcome to Kakistocracy. My name is Chris Adams. I'm here with Joseph P. Larkin.
What's up?
Okay. Yeah, what an intro. And today I actually have playing behind us the Wolfenstein 3D that we both grew up with.
Yeah. This ain't your daddy's Wolfenstein.
Right. These videos will be banned in Germany because they show a swastika.
Oh Lord. Germans got
Yeah,
cucked so hard after World War II.
I know.
It's embarrassing. It's so shameful.
I know.
For a war that was supposed to kill Jews, they sure killed a lot of white men. You know what I mean? All they did
Right.
was go around killing white men
Yeah.
and leaving
And
Jews behind everywhere.
there's more survivors every day. In fact, that recent firebombing that happened in I want to say, do you know what I'm talking about, right? Where the guy had like Molotov cocktails.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
My hero.
So he coincidentally accidentally burned a Holocaust survivor. Now, if you read the story, you realize she wasn't a Holocaust survivor per se. It's just that
hmm
she was a child during that time, and her family moved well before the Holocaust. So technically, she survived it.
Yeah, now they count the people that got away. They got away scot free before the
Yeah.
fucking war started. Because Hitler gave him a chance to leave. And by the way, I can't
Hmm.
believe how graphic this is for a video game that we played at school in junior high. Like this is crazy. There are tons of swastikas. There's not just a couple. There's a
Oh
fucking
no no
ton of
no yeah.
swastikas. There's when you shoot a guy, there's blood on the wall and shit. This game is so fucking cool. I can't believe it.
Yeah, we used to play this when we were kids. But if by that logic, the logic that she's using, you and I are Holocaust survivors as well.
Oh, totally. Yeah. My entire bloodline escaped the Holocaust. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait till these survivors fucking die off. They're all like 120 now. It's like, God damn it, dude. I want this off my TV. I can't take it anymore. My entire life, I see these fucking commercials at 2 in the morning where they say like they're still Holocaust survivors and they are poor and they need your money. It's like, God, you guys are worse than evangelical Christians, you fucking beggars. And it's like, I'm just trying to watch the end of American Housewife for fuck's sake so I can go to bed. I don't need this bummer dropped on my ass right after my fucking favorite hour of the day when I get to watch American Housewife reruns. It
Hmm.
is such a fucking drag. Yeah, or if you're trying to watch like the Drew Carey show, like these incredibly lighthearted, frothy sitcoms, and then all of a sudden you either hear fucking Sarah McLachlan singing about a dog, or
Right.
you see these fucking commercials where they claim it's like a Christian group that needs to send money to Holocaust victims. God damn. I've had my fill. I can't. I'm sorry that it happens.
Right.
I can't do anything about it, and I'm not gonna pay for it anymore. Why do I have to pay for this fucking shit? It's the same way I feel about how they guilt trip us about recycling and stuff, when we're not even the ones
Hmm.
that are dumping this shit in the ocean, and we haven't been for 30 years or something. We're like the only country that actually does recycle and do this stuff. And yet we're
Right.
getting guilt tripped over India and China. Like fuck this shit, man.
Yeah, they're the ones
I
that are
won't,
really.
yeah, I won't take responsibility for this motherfucking insanity. I fucking sort my shit just like the good fucking slave that I am. Because I don't believe recycling is real either. I think it's fake. I think they just like mail our recyclables to China and then they dump it into their ocean instead of us dumping it into ours.
Pretty much, yeah.
Um,
Well, you might be right. Like we kind of do it, but it's all subsidized by the government. So who knows if it's actually worth anything?
it's
Um,
a big scam. Yeah, exactly. We're just helping them. make some money, these companies make some, because when we sort the trash, it makes it a lot easier for them later
Mm-hmm.
down the line. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
also, recycling is an evil concept because we have a recycling center by the Ralphs near my house, and what that means is there's homeless people around constantly because this is how they make money is they dig through the fucking when they're not committing crimes. How they make money is
Right.
dig through your fucking trash and take all your fucking Francis Ford Coppola bottles and then exchange them for pennies that they can
Yeah,
go
10
and find
cents if
their
they're
own
lucky.
brand of alcohol. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't
Uh,
stand that shit. There's nothing more undignified than digging through the fucking recycling bin, you fucking losers. And there's one guy that
yeah.
does it, and every time I see him out there, I yell out the window, "Loser! You are a loser. You should be shamed." I can't believe they don't feel shame. Don't you just want to go get a job instead of digging through the trash? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you,
You'd make more
loser?
money and be more dignified at least.
Absolutely. And you wouldn't be in my fucking face. And when I told the HOA guy listen to this shit. I pay the HOA to harass me, but also just waste my time. Because when I told the HOA guy about the fucking, I mean, I also pay them to clean the pool and stuff. So like, that's the main reason why I moved someplace where there was an HOA. Because I was like, well, I want a pool. I want access to a pool, but it's expensive and time consuming to actually clean it yourself. So
Yeah.
I was already gonna have to pay the money. I don't know. I should have. I don't. I whatever. I mismanaged
But
my entire life. But anyway,
no, but
I talked to the. Well, anyways, I was ratting out the fucking trash diver to the
mm-hmm.
HOA, and he goes, "Oh, I know that guy. He's totally harmless." And I was like, "No, he's not." Because one time when I told him to stay the fuck out of the trash, he asked me, he goes, "I see you have cats." Because yeah, this is what they're digging through your trash, so they know stuff about you. Like
Yeah.
people are naive if you think they're not looking for your fucking telephone receipts and credit card information. But anyway,
Yeah.
he said, "I see you have cats. What color are they?" And I knew what he was saying. He was saying he was going to kill my cats. And I was like, "They're black, but they do not go outside," which they don't. But also, my neighbors have black cats. So all I need is this fuck face to kill my neighbor's cat. And which would totally be preventable if the HOA would just tell this guy to stay the fuck out of the trash. I just don't understand
Mm-hmm.
this. Why can't people enforce rules? We have all these rules. Why don't you fucking enforce them? God damn it! I have to live by
This,
the fucking rules. You
this is
know,
California. We don't enforce rules here.
sucks.
Like, um, but I surprised one of those guys once because he was in the trash can and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. The lid was open, but I didn't look in before I was going to throw something. And luckily, all I threw was like a piece of cardboard first, and then I had the
Mm-hmm.
bottles, like the beer bottles, next. Like I was about to throw those
Mm-hmm.
next, and I throw the cardboard, and he goes, "Ah!" And I go, "What the hell are you doing in there?" He goes, "I'm digging for cans." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's like strange, but okay."
Wouldn't you rather just
And then
have a fucking job? I just
well,
don't get
no,
it.
obviously not. No, and a lot of people in this city, like I don't understand how they live. Do you ever get that?
Me neither. Yeah.
You go,
Well, first of all, they're getting government handouts. The 99% of them, even in my building, which I would think that if there's an HOA here, you would think that people would all have money here, but no, somehow they can afford to live here and pay the HOA off the fucking government welfare that they get, which is that's like unbelievable. It's astonishing and terrifying, to be honest with you. It
right.
makes me want to go outside and throw a Molotov cocktail at something.
Well, speaking of that, I don't know if you want to get to this early, but
Just get it
this
over
has
with.
been quite a week.
I'm so uninterested in it at this point. I'm so
Oh,
tired of
really?
the riots. Yeah, it's more faggotry. It's a pageantry of faggotry, the likes of which I've seen over and over since I've lived in California. I remember Occupy Wall Street. I
Mm-hmm.
remember the George Floyd riots. Obviously, this is just,
5 years ago,
uh, yeah, this is just another extension of that.
but
All
they
these
came out in
people are
force.
these people are so mad at the sunny weather and the free handouts they get. They have to go outside and set shit on fire. I'm so
Right.
mad. Yeah.
Right. And it.
Do you think they're still bringing more people out? Is that what they're setting up for here?
They're doing raids.
You know,
right?
I think they're just trying to get the rest of the agents out. This is mostly FBI at this point that are here, and they were probably collecting additional evidence from inside and just making sure that all their agents were out of the building before they dispersed. So we are seeing a couple more agents that are making their way out of the building. As far as people that are being taken into custody, I believe for the most part, the people that they were targeting inside the building have been taken into custody and were taken away in those vans, and now it's just a matter of the remainder of the investigators and agents to leave the location. So, and that's what we're seeing here. They're starting to kind of wrap things up here. So I feel that this is going to basically wrap up here within the next several minutes, and ultimately we'll see the crowd kind of disperse, but it's just a matter of whether they are going to...
That didn't happen, by the way.
Yeah,
That was
the transition was a bunch of Nazis getting shot with a machine gun in a pile of bodies.
So I looked into it to see who they actually arrested and what started this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that they arrested were not just like a grandma or they were human traffickers.
Yeah, no, they've already said this. The first round of raids were focused solely on people that were criminals, and so the idea that we're riding over a fucking criminal. It's crazy. This country's fucked, dude. It's completely fucked. There's no hope, man. There's no hope. All these dumb fucking white people outside. They're like, I'm not paying enough taxes for welfare. God damn it. Now, can we talk about that? The lie that immigrants pay taxes. What taxes?
Yes, that's a huge lie.
Do they pay property taxes? I don't fucking think so. Because that's what I have to pay. That's what really fucks me every year. $5,000 fucking dollars every single year goes towards property taxes. Every single fucking year. That's insane. I already own this fucking place. They're still charging me money on something I fucking own. No, that's what you should be riding in the fucking streets about, you fucking retards. Or how about if I get killed, and if you fucking die in California, I have to make it a point not to die in California. The fucking state gets half of your fucking inheritance or some fucking crazy shit like that. It's really insane. So you have to make sure you don't die in California, or they'll take all the money that should go to your fucking niece. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up, dude. I hate this country, and I can't believe that I have to live with these traitorous retards, these absolute fucking morons. And every one of these people is a fucking retard out here on the street. I just can't even understand what propels someone to go outside when they know there's tear gas being shot all around. Like, why wouldn't you just say, fuck this, I'm staying home, like I did? Stay home and watch the movie Loose Cannons on Tubi. That's what I did yesterday. I didn't fucking protest shit. I fucking ate some edibles, we podcasted, and I watched this movie called Loose Cannons. Dude, this movie is unfucking believable. It's Gene Hackman and Dan Aykroyd. It's a buddy cop movie. It is the worst fucking movie I've ever seen. I might watch it again tonight because it was so fucking bad. I can't, like, the performance of Dan Aykroyd is intolerable. He is insufferable in this movie. And then Gene Hackman is just a professional, so he's just acting. He's treating it like it's a real movie, and so his performance is actually really good. It's unbelievable. But I can't even, like, this movie just flew under the fucking radar. It was such a bomb when it came out in 1990, I guess. But when I was watching it, I was like, I remember watching this on HBO when I was a kid, when I was like fucking 12. It had a, like, I don't know, it was weird because it should have been a hit. It had Gene Hackman and Dan Aykroyd, who were quite popular at the time. But no, it was so bad. But you guys should watch that movie for sure. Loose Cannons. I couldn't fucking believe it. But yeah, whatever. Speaking of loose cannons, we can talk about the rioting, I guess, again.
Well, we don't have to if you don't want to, but that happens to be most of what I've pulled.
That's what's going on, yeah.
Yeah, it happens to be the biggest story in LA.
And so many people filming with their stupid cell phones.
Right.
They're not even participating in life at a riot. They're just still standing around filming like the fucking mongoloids they are. They're all such cowards too. In reality, all these people just want to go outside and trash shit in the street, but they're too cowardly to go out and do it like a schizophrenic homeless guy would. So they need a whole crowd of other pussies so they can go outside
Homeland Security
and be fake tough guys and throw rocks at
the building,
cars.
whether or not they're still trying to collect evidence,
rocks at
not
police
entirely
cars.
sure, but now here goes 3 vehicles from the parking lot with those people that were detained from the business.
They're tough in numbers, but they're not tough in
and here comes the crowd.
individually.
They are trying to move with the vehicles down up the street here, up Stanford.
Yeah, and this is all
they
Friday,
are being escorted
by the way.
here by the tactical vehicle. You can see some of that, a puff of that white smoke there. That's something they were using for crowd control, I believe, from the FBI
I think
agents.
this is the one where the guy gets run over, or almost run over.
I did not see any of the civilians actually throwing canisters, but as soon as they arrived to try and move the crowd from the gate is when we started seeing some sort of smoke.
It's right here,
to help,
I think.
Try and keep those people from the gate here. Okay, so here we are. We're in the middle of the street here.
This guy,
that
guy.
Yeah. Trying to
I saw
stand right in front of this SUV here, but he's going to...
What is he trying to do?
It's just such a dangerous situation here. And it's really not going to do him any good to be standing there and possibly get ran over by agents. So here they are. They're on 9th Street now. Crowd is running alongside with these vehicles. And I'd pretty much guarantee that this SUV is not going to stop. Someone throwing, looks like...
Wow.
All right, let me widen out here. Okay, so we saw some eggs being thrown at the vehicle. Now he is just, partly ran over by the SUV. And there goes.
Getting up.
Oh, it looks like a bicycle was also struck in the crosswalk here. It's a dangerous situation. It doesn't, not really going to prevent them from leaving. But now we have a whole other situation here.
No love lost for me.
Yeah,
I don't know about
great.
You. Yeah.
That's
and then,
great.
this is the one you were talking about the other day. The white knight guy.
Yes. Milady. Let me protect you.
Oh, shit.
And the funny thing is that they weren't going to hit the winner with the baton. So he really just he did that for nothing.
Yeah. And he was like, I'll protect you. And then they just go, bam. And now the tear gas is out.
Yeah, it's really satisfying to watch.
It kind of is. But
dude, whatever. Yeah, I don't have any empathy for these people at all. I just
No,
can't. How can you? They're obviously dipshits, and they're obviously not, people that you would want to be friends with or hang out with or anything.
right. You saw that one, right?
Yeah, he got caught actually.
Oh, they got him?
The police. Yeah, the police. The police got him at his house last night.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
but
good.
he's not just throwing them at police cars. He's just throwing it at people that are probably just driving to work. I mean, thank God I don't have to work in downtown.
I know. That's the other thing. So
This is intentional chaos. I had talked to representatives of the Trump administration earlier on to tell them that the Los Angeles Police Department could control things that were happening here and that there was no need to federalize troops. And so to have this here is really just a provocation and something that was not needed in our city. We're still recovering after 5 months from the city's worst natural disaster in
How can I blame this on Trump?
And now to go through a trauma like this, that is really traumatizing the
she
whole
caused that. She helped cause that tragedy, and then she's blaming. She's like, we're still trying to recover from the tragedy I already caused. Fuck it. I can't stand this fucking person. God damn it! What a world we live in. She looks like a character from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The new one, yeah.
Any of them.
Any of them.
She looks like she got mutagen on her. Like she was some kind of like rodent or feral rat type thing.
Right.
And the canister fell on her.
Right. And then I think in that one or maybe another one I have, but she goes on to say like, it's mostly not violent. It's mostly fine. And I'm like, well,
they keep saying that.
Downtown's a small area, but like if I were to eat a sandwich and it was mostly not shit, I'd still be pretty angry that there's any shit in the sandwich at all.
Yes. Yeah, of course. Something I like about this video game is you also shoot dogs. That does not happen very often in media where dogs get hurt and that you are the one hurting the dog.
Yeah, just this and The Last of Us Part 2 is the only other one I can think of.
This fucking game is wild. There's fucking piles of bones and shit in some of the rooms. And what's also weird is that the corpses of the people you killed they don't disappear. They stay in the game. So you just run around amongst the corpses of the people you killed. This is a wild fucking game. So is there an actual like werewolf in it? I don't remember.
No, it's not a werewolf. You fight Mecha Hitler at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're right. It actually is impressive that the bodies stay there because this is what, 1990, early 90s? Maybe 91, 92?
I think it was 92.
In this game, the memory of these games was way smaller than they are today. So the fact that the bodies even still are there is pretty impressive, actually, considering how games work.
Just puddles of blood.
Yeah.
Just puddles of blood everywhere. Couple bones on the puddles of blood. And then I like that there's just like a barrel. What's in that barrel?
Usually they're explosive.
Oh yeah, you like shoot them and they blow up. I was hoping they were full of
gasoline
whiskey.
or something. Yeah, whiskey.
Yes, I could drink among the dead. drink to the dead while I drink among the dead. But, oh man, our incompetent leaders are so irritating, and they're just constantly passing the buck. He did need to send people because we saw a fucking 4 days or at least 3 days before he sent someone. He saw at least 3 days. Okay,
it's 5 now.
But before he sent them, we had 3 days of watching police cars on fire and getting destroyed by people throwing rocks on them. Yeah. So obviously the police did not have it under control.
This is like the image of the riot, basically. So
yeah, it seems so fake. Everything seems so fucking fake.
Right, and everything
is a photo op. It's just like, you know what I mean. Look how many people have a camera on this guy right now.
Yeah,
it's just one big photo op with fire.
Yeah, and there was looting last night. I want to see if I can find it. Where did I put it? Oh yeah. Down the baseball card store down the street. I need to get the fuckface baseball card from my childhood. Do you remember that Billy Ripken fuckface baseball bat? Right. Well, this is the Apple Store, which is even dumber than that because the minute you take them out of the store, they don't work. Yeah. Yeah, that's something I always laugh about because you see it happen a lot. So like a group breaks into the Apple store at the mall. This actually happens a lot at the mall near my house, the Topanga Mall. But they pull it out of the thing, and then the second you get out the door, it just blinks off. You can't turn it back on. That makes me laugh so hard. But also, even if you had grabbed them, these are like the lowest. They have the lowest amount of gigabytes or whatever, the lowest amount of memory. This is just shit for people to look at the store. You can't put any apps and shit on it. It would be the worst. Your Obama phone is way better, my friends. Just stick to the Obama phones, you dumb fucks.
time they ran by the ATM machine. The ATM. You should have smashed open the ATM because that actually does have money in it. You know, you could have done something with some of that money. If you're gonna smash something open, dude, make it the ATM, man, or maybe a soda machine.
Yeah,
you know, something I'm worried about is I'm worried about these rioters and their hydration situation. I don't see anyone with bottles of water. No, there's no there's no bottles of water, but also they're all wearing a bunch of heavy jackets and masks and shit, so they've got to be sweating. I'm really worried about these guys.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be bothered to go riot for any reason.
No,
I just couldn't. I just don't even understand why people. Like, what's wrong with you? Oh yeah, This is the MedMen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went after this place called MedMen, like high-end weed dispensary. Ah, see, that was the place to fucking loot. Dad, you see how much weed that guy almost got away with? That's fucking awesome. These are the only smart rioters out of the whole bunch. You should be fucking knocking over the liquor store and the weed dispensary because that shit's expensive. And it's a huge part of your daily routine, and mine probably too.
Yeah. And
yeah, I wonder if any bookstores got broken into last night.
Zero.
What do you think?
Zero.
You think anyone broke into the library?
Nope. The library was the safest place to be, safer than a cemetery.
Yeah. I could see them breaking into a cemetery. I could see them breaking into a cemetery before they broke into a bookstore. Or if they broke into like a Barnes and Noble, they would just steal all the Lego figurines and leave everything else alone.
Dude, there is a library down there. Nothing happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they have reverence for that. That's like Mecca to the homeless people and other dirtbags that live in the downtown area. That's where they can go and shoot up in the bathroom and shoot blood all over the walls. I wish people could know what it's like to live in LA or any big city, really, where you go to the Starbucks and they have policies at Starbucks where they don't discriminate against the homeless. So there's literally blood on the fucking walls because when they shoot up, they get blood in their works and they gotta fucking spray it somewhere. So why not all over the wall at Starbucks? You know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, dropped.
Almost like a mating ritual. Are those women?
I think it is. I think it is, right?
Are there women out there? Hell yes. I want to marry a woman as a cop. I think that'd be fun.
A female cop?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A cop car just drove by. The sirens going off. So I think that's an illness. I should marry a female cop. I definitely should marry a male cop, right? That's not the omen. I hope.
Well, their pension's pretty good, so it'd actually be great for your retirement.
I'll be working until the fucking fingers fall off my bones.
What?
Nothing. Just talking to myself. Yeah, also, why would you wear shorts to a riot? Everything's so puzzling to me. I wouldn't wear shorts to go hiking. And I'm just worried about bugs. I'm not even worried about getting shot with rubber bullets and shit. Don't you want to have some like leather pants on or something I don't know, something durable when you get shot at with rubber bullets?
Something thick too, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they got rolled, so. This is what we were looking for yesterday on the live stream.
I was just thinking the same fucking thing. You should have been in charge of finding the footage.
Well, yeah, but you know, I wasn't. So, oh yeah, there's this too on the news.
Large group of people. It could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation and altercation between officers and demonstrators.
So do you hear that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Fucking even the anchors here are fucking retarded.
Oh shit.
Actually, people should. I wish people could see the local news. And are you frozen too?
Yeah. It's Zoom
But we
though.
can hear. But yeah, as I said, we can still hear each other. Dude, Zoom sucks. I can't believe it.
No, it might be my computer. Oh,
I still
no, we're
blame,
back.
I still blame Zoom. I'm
No,
not
I think
back.
it. I'm sorry.
I'm still frozen. Oh no, wait, maybe I'm back now.
No, you're back. I can see you
really
move.
okay. I couldn't see you move. I don't think that's what.
I just don't move much, but yeah. So I wonder if it's because of the heat. Maybe I don't know, but the
heat is on.
yeah. Well, like that guy, it just doesn't make sense because
from where we are, because again, it's dark and it's dark down here.
Lauren, really quickly, left side of your screen. This is at LA Live. There's a fight in the middle of the street, and somebody is on the ground, and they are attacking that person.
That person in that mini bike, right?
Yeah, and I can't tell. I don't know where that. Did they get up? I can't tell for sure.
Yeah, they got up, and
someone's
someone's coming back and swinging on them again. They're gonna try to break it up there.
And this is that LA Live location that I was telling you about.
yeah, downtown.
You know, you can hear the sirens there.
That's a tourist
this person
spot.
getting up there seems a little wobbly, obviously.
They had
Oh
him
no,
again.
and then hit by. It looked like somebody else too.
Yeah.
You're
He's
hoping
doing
that they
his
can just get
best
out.
to get out. Yeah.
But he's
My man.
clearly injured and is not, wasn't doing a good job of getting out of there. I mean, and you look, and you know what's disturbing, and I saw it just now in the chopper shot, I saw it earlier, is so many smiles on faces down there.
Yeah.
I mean, people think this is funny. They think that they're having a great time.
They are
They're
having
having a great
though.
time. Yeah, are you kidding me? It's everyone's fantasy. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, I do understand the impulse to do this, but you really need to grow out of it after you're like 12 or something like
Yeah.
that. I mean, yeah, spray painting shit on the wall was fun when I was fucking 12. It was it was awesome. But I'm not 12 anymore. I'm an adult. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't be out getting arrested and being a dumb fuck in the fucking streets. I just don't understand how people don't have the same basic attitude about something like this. This is basic self-preservation shit, man.
You would think so, but I don't think that this group of people thinks very far into the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like I almost think that they're like they live in 1 minute increments.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Man, I was also kind of thinking, like, how bad do you have to fuck up at the riot where the rioters start beating you up? It's like, hey, I saw this guy throw away a piece of trash. Get him. I mean, what could he have possibly have done?
Right.
Hey, I'm trying to break that window, fuckhead.
Possibly.
Put him up.
But yeah, they just. So I found out what they were doing.
Get psyched.
So yeah, they called Waymo cars to them and then burned them.
Oh,
Which is
okay.
kind of smart.
Yeah, because I was like, there's no way they burn their own cars. And then there was probably no one dumb enough to have had their car parked downtown.
Hopefully not.
I didn't
You
really
don't
see. I didn't see that too many.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But-
I imagine if there are people who are dumb enough to go out there and set cars on fire, there might also be people dumb enough to park cars in the area.
Right.
And that's interesting. Like sometimes there's just a room full of some nice plants. No blood on the floor, no dead dogs, just some plants.
Oh, the game? Yeah. This game.
Mhm.
So this game started the whole Doom thing. So because of this game, Doom became, like a year or two later, they developed Doom after this, and then it became a huge hit and changed basically how computer games were seen before.
Yeah, dude. Do you know who did the music to Doom?
Was it
Trent
Carmichael?
Reznor. No, it's Trent
Reznor?
Reznor from Nine Inch Nails. Yeah,
No wonder it rules.
I think it was Doom. I'm pretty sure, but I also remember that the Doom soundtrack was sampled on a Smashing Pumpkins album too. So yeah, this is
Okay.
this is a very inspirational video game outside of even just the video game culture. Yeah, in fact,
Yeah.
I wanted to download that fucking Doom soundtrack because I wanted to hear what it sounds like because it's still 8-bit, but it sounds
Yes.
like Nine Inch Nails in 8-bit. I think that's a very intriguing concept.
It is. Yeah. What they're able to pull out of it is amazing. I mean, they were able to pull, like, even in Mario, the original Mario, you hear that and you're like, it's simple, but it's actually insanely complex as well. More so than it appears at first, you know, because they're pulling in like different styles of music and it somehow works. And they had such limitations.
That's why it works. It's very simple and direct and super catchy. Everything had to be super simple and catchy.
Yes. And maybe that's why I think the people that made games back then were just smarter because they had limitations and it made them have to be figured different ways to do things instead of just copying. Nowadays, everything feels like a copy, you know?
Absolutely. That's also why I think movies were better because they had to do practical effects and you just have to be simply more creative when you're doing that. I think that CGI has really ruined movies to a huge degree. I really wish it was more like Terminator 2 where it was just in little spots here and there and then everything else was practical. To the point where like the guy really does get thrown out of a fucking Mack truck. That really did happen. And if you watch the commentary track for Terminator 2, James Cameron's a dickhead. He's a real dick. He's like the stuntman fucked up and actually hit his head when he fell out of the truck. That's why it's so realistic because it did fucking happen. But then James Cameron made him do it again. And then he didn't use the other take, obviously, because it wasn't real. But he made him do it again because he, you know, to punish him, I guess. Which I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that was the right thing to do. Because if that dumb fucking died or got paralyzed, it would have ruined everyone's financial, you know, independence.
Stake in the movie.
Yeah, that movie would not have happened. And that movie is pretty awesome.
So, you know the scene in Terminator 2 where she's at the fence and she's looking at a different version of herself? That was her twin.
Oh, really? That's interesting. I didn't know she had a twin.
Yeah, and the producers didn't know until like a week into shooting or something. And so they're going to do that scene and they didn't want to take it from one side, then move the camera and take it from the other side, you know, and use her again. She volunteered the information that she had a twin. And also the other scene with the twin is, you know, the when the T-1000 comes up from the floor and puts his finger through the guy's head, the security guard. That's also a twin.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
See that? Yeah, that guy would pop up occasionally in movies from the 90s. He's some kind of he's like the world's most impressive background actor.
To see the level of obscene graffiti all over buildings, and I just say that anybody that does that, don't come and say that you are supporting immigrant rights, the rights of immigrants. You can't possibly be supporting immigrants and vandalize our city. You will be held accountable, and frankly, you will be separated from the people who are really fighting on behalf of our immigrant community.
This Adidas store here in downtown Los Angeles
broken into. And
not looting.
Based on the fact that I see some shorts and shoes that are out here on the street here. The police officers just left from this area and have been cordoning this off. And you can see down the street that there's different places that people have tagged. There's graffiti all over downtown. 99% of the city is completely unaffected by this. But out here you can see this drama, this damage, and the tagging, the graffiti this time is so much more than we've seen in other times, and it is more of an aggressive expansion of where we've seen the destruction in other protests.
Thank God it's only like 90 or 95% of the city is fine, right?
You know, you can tell it's a serious story because they sent out a frumpy reporter, because usually it's fucking straight tens on the news in LA. Wow,
You know this lady.
Yeah.
But
they should make a statue for people like me. It's like the guy, that guy is going bald with the dad bod. I want a statue I can relate to too. You know,
like
where's
the
my
King
statue?
of Queens guy.
Yes, exactly. Immortalize the King of Queens guy, a white guy wearing cargo shorts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
In a UPS uniform, right?
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever.
Or
Whatever.
like
it takes.
a cardigan in your case.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
But
that's my moneymaker. So how was your? Yeah. Speaking of dumpster fires, how was your show tonight?
Oh my God. It was basically a glorified open mic, which is fine. You know, that's most of the shows in LA where you go and there's no audience and you're just playing to other comics. So you're just like, well, I'm not going to do material, so I'm just going to just talk to everybody. There's no point in like you're not performing really. It's literally just like, oh, I could have not shown up and it would have been the same. But
yeah. Yeah. I could have stayed home and drank, and actually it would have been more productive because I might have written down a funny thought while I was drinking.
But I ended up having fun anyway because I always try to have a good time, even if it like.
Man, can I stop you for a second? There's so many fucking logos and text on the screen right now. It's so overwhelming. There's the ad. No, I'm just I want to point them all out just for shits and giggles. There's LA Dodgers all over you and the background of your thing. There's our logo. There's some fucking Saturn, something at the bottom. There's a logo of a Saturn down there. I don't know what that is. Then there's at Be Gone the scene. And then there's shit on mine. There's Quadrophenia over here. It's just I don't know. It's just
well, that I imagine the BG on the scene. That guy is the guy that recorded this.
Well, yeah, of course. Why are we giving him a fucking shout out? Fuck BG.
Well, because I couldn't find this clean. It just this thing is so historic. People are putting their logos on stuff.
Yeah. By the way, this will all be wiped off the internet in like 2 years or whatever, like they did with the George Floyd riots. You can't find anything unless it's like the absolute most famous shots that everyone saw that have been, you know, turned into like 1,000 different memes.
Right.
Otherwise, it just doesn't exist. Like the true shit. Like the truly fucked up shit. You know, I have to wonder how many people got killed during the Floyd riots. Like how many people like literally like shot each other and stuff. It
was around.
I mean, I'm saying
12 to 20s.
12 to 20. What are the odds that more people actually died getting shot and stuff, and they just covered that up or ignored that?
Yeah. The ones I remember off of the top of my head are the security guard guy that died on live stream. Remember him? He was trying to prevent someone from stealing.
Yeah, he's the main guy I remember. And that video is also probably not on the internet anymore.
Right. And then there's a bar owner that got shot, or wait, no, I think he shot somebody that was looting his bar during the Floyd riots. And then they ganged up on him afterwards, and then he ended up killing himself because people were saying he's evil or something, but he was just defending himself and his family.
That sucks. He killed himself? That's a drag.
Yeah.
Don't kill yourselves, kids. That means they win. If you kill yourself, they won. Don't do it. You know, don't ever give them the satisfaction.
Right. And then I'm sure there was way more people, but people were just, it was a lawless time, kind of like what's happening in downtown right now, where people like, oh, that sushi restaurant. Remember we were watching the on Anthony Rogers stream. That sushi restaurant did get broken into. We just saw the end after they prevented people from further breaking into it. It had already been looted.
Okay.
So
That's
that pissed me off.
That's how fucking lazy they are. They just relooted something else. You can't even loot a new business, you fucking lazy fucks.
Yeah. Well,
that's like regifting.
Also,
they relooted.
Yeah. Also, right? People don't realize. Okay, so you loot that place. That screws over everyone that works there. They're not insured for the time they're not working.
Also, those are everyone that works there guaranteed is an immigrant, either illegal or legal. They're definitely all immigrants. So how can you pretend that you're out there trying to protest and help immigrants when you're literally destroying the business of an immigrant? I can't understand. You hurt so many immigrants over the last 5 days.
Yeah,
these are all immigrant. Like, because when they're trashing Little Tokyo, that's all Japanese people. 100 fucking %. It's all immigrants.
Yeah,
I can tell you, like, I can confirm that is definitely the case. Chinatown is definitely all Chinese people. You're definitely fucking over 100% immigrants. Only those are the only people getting fucked over are immigrants in your protest about immigration.
yeah.
Isn't it ironic? A little too ironic. Yeah, I really do think. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
But no, that's another reason that this stuff persists is that liberals do not have a sense of humor or a sense of irony. They never notice how ironic everything that they do is. You know?
Right.
I don't know.
No, you're right though, because by just destroying these areas, now you're just screwing over just in small business owners. So the amount of businesses that actually even have insurance is around 60%. So that means that 40%, which is probably mostly small businesses, they have nothing. So now the people that own that business are out for months, probably, however long it's going to take them to even fix that up. All the people that work there, they have no job now.
Well, yeah. How about this? Because they always say, "Well, it's how about when they fuck with big corporate stores?" I'll use a Target as an example because they burned a Target down after George Floyd. That also ruins the community because probably everyone that worked there lived in the community, probably even in walking distance of the Target. That's why they worked there. It's just an easy job to get and go to.
Yeah.
And so that you fucked them up there. Then when it burns down, they don't have a place to either work or shop. So now you've created a food desert and a job vacuum. So now there's just going to be more poverty in that area. You didn't help at all. And
no, you made everything worse.
And Target's not going to open another store there. I don't know. That really bothered when they would do stuff like that. When people justify it by saying, "Well, they're insured," or they're a corporation, they're Target. Well, it's like, yeah, they actually don't get hurt at all because they just recoup their losses. I mean, Target's definitely insured, so they just well, anyways, they just recouped their losses and just opened another Target in Granada Hills instead.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
whatever.
The business owners and the CEOs, sure, yeah, they're not going to be hurting, but the people that literally live in the area and work in the area, they're not insured. There's no such thing as maybe they can collect unemployment, but unemployment on a Target salary is shit. It's less than what you would get paid even at Target, which is already bad to begin with. Chances are, right? It's not like a high paying gig. So it's just
I work at Target for the glory. You know what I mean? It's not about the paycheck. For me, it's about the glory. It's about the honor and the respect that you get from wearing the red. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But-
have you ever had this thing where you're at Target and someone asks you if you work there, and you're like, "Man, I'm not even wearing a fucking red shirt, man. You just think I'm a peon. You just think I'm
Yeah.
a fucking serf."
I've had that a few times. Usually, what I get is like people start speaking to me in Spanish because they assume I can speak Spanish, and I go, I don't know what you're saying. Like I don't even try to talk to them in Spanish.
The same thing happens to me in Klingon. I get approached by a lot of nerds, and they speak Klingon to me, and I'm like, I know you think I know that, but I don't. Bazinga! All right.
I used to work at Warner Brothers, and they had that one of the they shot that show there. I want to say, I'm pretty sure they shot it at Warner Brothers a lot. Yeah, they did for sure because we sold the shirts. I worked at the gift store at Warner Brothers, and I remember like you could, as an employee, you can have access to walk the lot. And one of the sound stages was that show, and I'm always shocked. I never understood why people liked that.
I fucking love it. Are you joking? I love that show. Yeah, it's sort of like Chicken Soup for the Soul for me. It's you know those books, Chicken Soup for the Teenager Soul. That's what The Big Bang Theory is for me. Yeah, no, I love shit like that. Terrible, obvious joke sitcoms are the fucking bomb. But also, it feeds into my it feeds into my obsession that I only watch TV shows and movies with hot women in them, and there's 2 hot women on the show. So, and there's also like a bunch of side characters that are hot. So that's definitely something I enjoy for that reason. But yeah, I love really cheesy sitcoms like that. And The Big Bang Theory is the top dog, my man. There's nothing cheesier than that fucking show. But also, it actually captures nerd culture really accurately. Because nerds, they all like the exact same shit. Yeah. They all like Star Trek and Star Wars. And they like Lord of the Rings. And they like Game of Thrones. And they like The Walking Dead. And they like comic books, etc. It goes on and on. And so I actually really like that element of skewering the part of the culture that is so fucking bland. You know what I mean? They don't even have video games anymore where you run around with a machine gun and kill Nazis. What is this? And this is perfect for woke stuff. You're shooting Nazis. I mean, come on, man. I'm sorry.
So
I had that. I ate 2 edibles again tonight while podcasting, and so even during the beginning of that rant, I was like, I don't know where this is going, and I don't even know if what I'm saying makes sense. So whatever.
Well, I wanted to show you this girl that I feel like definitely not. I don't know. I wouldn't call her a nerd, but she's interesting. So she's in the back of a cop car.
You said you would have her secure in the back of your car?
Correct.
And she just got out of her handcuffs. And I think the part's coming up that I... Oh no, she's not out yet. How did she slip those? Oh, look at that. And she has a White Claw in there that she smuggled in.
Oh my god, this is my dream woman.
Right. Hold on to this, keep going until you stop. Okay, stop.
That's a crazy number, by the way. But that's just because...
What's that? A lot. Did you drink today?
No.
What?
What's on it?
0.243.
No.
Well, I mean...
Can I blow again? Let me look. My OBI was not drinking. I wasn't drinking at all.
Did you drink today? She drank in the fucking
I
car.
really was not drinking. So don't pull it on the OBI.
Dreamweaver.
Why are you pulling on the OBI? I wasn't drinking.
I kind of respect her a lot though.
Oh
You
my
know?
god, yeah, I love her. She's going to jail in pajama bottoms. That's my kind of lady.
Plus, she smuggled booze into like. That's kind of the cops' fault, right? For not checking.
Uh huh. Yeah.
But she is
Look at her.
awesome, though.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Look at her. Daddy
You can fix her?
likey. I don't want to fix her. I want to break her.
No, you want to hang out with her.
No, I want to break her. I want to break her even further. I want to break her into little tiny bits, and then I want to break those bits with my fists and feet.
Yeah. So she made me laugh, and I thought she was pretty interesting. And the last thing I wanted to show was this lady that was in a band. I don't know what she's performing on, but it's clearly high up. Right? And her security like saves her.
That's so cool. And she's even talked into the microphone.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Well, she's singing, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Now that's girlfriend material.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. What band is this?
Some stupid European band that's lame. Dude, most European music is really bad. You know? But
I don't know if I agree with that.
you don't know?
No, man. Pulp, Oasis. It's all great.
No, okay.
Blur.
Western music is good. I consider them part of the West. But like when you get to the like weird European, like let's go to the discotheque type people, it becomes way lamer really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them. You're right. Okay, I agree with you. Yeah, most of them are fun, but some of them are just like really, really, really just not that interesting.
How can you knock the white man's music? Well, we have all these swastikas
Right.
all over the screen.
Well, people have already glossed over this because of what's been happening in LA, but we had the anniversary of this interesting thing happen.
Oh yeah, Killdozer.
Yeah. You remember this guy?
fucking
Where
Yes. Damn, I haven't seen this much of the footage before. Oh, give me more. Yes.
Basically, the city council
A lot of times when
screwed
they say
him
that
over.
the guys killed themselves at the end, I think the cops killed them.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we only have their word, and who knows if they're being honest. But he welded that thing himself, so he took like a tractor and basically made it bulletproof. Oh, and he had like gun sights out of it and cameras. Oh, he sealed it up and then had cameras so they could see. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Pointless destruction.
Oh yeah, it was totally dumb.
That was
but
fun.
it was
That
all-
was funny that you said that stuff about European music, and then a bunch of European music played in the background of that video.
Oh really?
Yeah, I actually didn't hear a fucking word you said, or if there was someone saying anything on the video, it was just wah, 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 wah,
That's
wah,
weird because
wah, wah.
on my end it's muted, but I was just basically saying that he was wronged by his city council.
Mhm.
He had planned to expand his business or something, and they wouldn't let him, and so he felt like he was wrong. So he took a tractor and just went through all the people that blocked his proposals to expand his company. He just went through their business, and no one was inside, so no one died except for him.
Mm-hmm.
But
God bless Killdozer. Killdozer is also an excellent band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's also a TV movie. So there's a trifecta right there for you. So when you when you look up Killdozer on Wikipedia, it always gives you like the 3 options. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there's certain words that they always just have to give you. It's called a disambiguation something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you mean, but I can't remember the exact word.
Yeah, me neither. And even if I knew what it was, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it.
Oh, okay.
So kind of retarded like that.
Yeah. And then the
Man,
final.
you know, also you have to stop this video. It's giving me vertigo.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
It moves so fucking fast. You're just going through like these things. It's also very weird to watch it on my iMac, which has this gigantic screen. When computers were so much smaller and they weren't as like, they weren't as aggressively in your fucking face 24/7. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of weird to look at this footage from yesteryear, Wolfenstein 3D, because it seems so primitive, and yet it was just enough. We didn't need to go any further, but also it was too much. So we definitely didn't need to go any further with video games, to be honest with you, than the Wolfenstein 3D. In fact, we should have just stayed at Wolfenstein 2, maybe Wolfenstein 2D. But anyway, yeah, it was moving around so fucking fast. I was like, I'm about to fall off my fucking chair. I'm getting vertigo.
Right. Well, yeah, like people would complain about that.
Aggressive gameplay.
Yeah.
But also so much of it is just you walking into an empty room, or you walking into a room that just has a potted plant in it, or you walking into a room that just has blood. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, very repetitive, obnoxious. I like that also that the hero is supposed to look like Dolph Lundgren or something. Is it down there?
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, definitely. So anyway, that's definitely not a good game to play if you're high. So
no, it trips you out.
Yeah,
but
no,
I will put
it's like hurt my eyeballs, Chris. I don't know, it's hard to explain.
No. Trust me, I get it. The older I get, the more first-person games give me they make me feel weird, like I get motion sickness or something.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I feel.
Yeah, but I'll play this last video because it's just stupid, so we can not have to end on heavy stuff.
Oh yeah, please.
Okay.
I'm going undercover as a woman to find out what they go through every day. I discovered that women are called it a lot.
That's awesome. I love that. That's
great timing.
That's got to be like a totally like a skit.
Of course.
Right? Okay, good.
Yeah.
That dude, that dude is good. He's funny.
Yeah. And just perfect timing. Definitely nails it. Everything you get within like 30 to 20 to 30 seconds. Just wonderful video that just made me laugh, and I was like, I got to put it on there because this week has just been heavy and annoying, and yes, most of LA is fine, like where we're at is fine, but it's just annoying that these people are even like, basically they're ruining everyone else's day in order to have a temper tantrum.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to have a temper tantrum and ruin someone's day.
Right. Well, you have a mini version of that with where you're at.
Well, I actually don't have to throw a temper tantrum at all. I guess that's the joy of being me. I just have to exist, and then someone else throws the temper tantrum instead.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I really don't even have to do anything at all. I just have to just exist. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah, I'm a human trigger.
Yeah. And on that note, I will say that it's been a good conversation. So thank you again, and I hope everybody has a good week.
Mm-hmm.